Hello, I'm David Gibson, solicitor from Thackray Williams. I'm in the leasehold team at Thackray Williams, and I thought I'd give a bit of a steer in the present times about how to go about getting a deed witnessed. It's one of the requirements when you are dealing with properties to do those documents by deed, which means that you need to sign in the presence of an independent adult witness. Quite often at the minute with social distancing measures, we are stuck. We don't have the normal access that we have to other professionals to be our witnesses. Friends can be out of reach as well because they're not in the same household as us, and we are in with our family who potentially can't be our witnesses because they're not independent from us. So for those of you who have housemates who aren't relatives, just friends or people you live with, they can be your witnesses potentially. So they can watch your signature, sign beneath it, and into their details, their name and address and anything else that the document requires. However, if you don't have that available to you, it can be trickier. So one option, practically speaking, is to tie it in with another crucial visit. If you can potentially go to somebody who is your friend or a colleague or somebody who can be your witness and take sensible measures to make sure that you don't transmit anything to them or receive anything from them in terms of the virus. So you're looking at really going there and either through a barrier like a window or from a distance, just signing the document in front of them and then taking care so as not to transmit anything via the document itself, washing hands whenever you interact with it, passing the document to them or leaving it for them to let them collect it or posting it through their door, letting them then sign it and put their details on and then pass it back to be enveloped up. That's the practical step that most people are taking at the moment to avoid transmission issues when they're doing it. And as I say, when you're touching a document that someone has just touched, sensible step at the minute, or the guidance is to make sure you wash your hands after you've touched it, stick it in an envelope, seal it up, and then pass it on to your solicitor. Probably better in these current times to use an envelope that is self-sealing if you have the option. Otherwise, you can seal it without licking it, because that would be a potential avenue. That's one way, and potentially the best way at the minute, because you might think that with the the current climate, we're doing video calls, video meetings, Skype and FaceTime, that we might have another avenue to do this via video link. Case law on that is very uncertain. We've had a case of Yuan and Wong, which is a tribunal case where this was considered quite recently. A solicitor witnessed a signature via Skype, and it wasn't really firmly decided. It's something that the Law Commission has advised that there be some new legislation on, because it's good to move with the times and it would be easier to be able to do this. But at the minute, it's not really set in stone that that's a viable option in all cases. So really a practical step, like getting somebody to actually witness it through a barrier, might be more practical for the time being than risking a video witness and then finding later that the validity of that signature is challenged. That the execution of that document might be picked up on if it's ever queried in future. And some of these documents, like leases, stand for hundreds or several hundred years. So it is important that that's gotten right. If you have queries about the witnessing of your will, or you'd like any guidance on it, probably best to talk to the solicitor who sent it to you. And if not, you can contact us, drop us an email inquiry, and have a look at our website at ways to contact us for any legal advice or guidance that you need.